Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we learn how to day trade Moderna. These videos are really important if you're looking to day trade at all, because what we learn here is it can be applied to any securities. It could be cryptos, it could be other stocks, it could be futures, it could be commodities, etc. So the fundamentals of short selling and gap trading are useful across any security that has a price chart. So let's talk about what happened today with Moderna. For me, it was a no trade day because it didn't do any of the things that we talked about. If it doesn't do any of the things that we talked about, it wasn't part of my plan. So it was a no trade day. We had a stellar day yesterday. We didn't want to risk anything, and because sometimes the best thing to do is not to trade. So I protected all of my profits from yesterday because I did not trade. I get to hold those profits versus trying to chase things or try to short things where you may not get the move that you want, getting stopped out, losing some of those gains from yesterday. It's frustrating. So it's hard not to trade, but a lot of times it's the right thing to do. So let's just jump into yesterday's video and see what we talked about. What I'm really looking for, and this would be the best scenario, is we do this. We could break up here as a breakup candle high, and the conservative thing to do is to wait and for price to build energy here at 341. We want the price to hang out here for 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes in this particular area. That will be the setup for the next leg higher. And so that's the setup that we were looking for yesterday. That didn't happen today. Let's jump into charts, see exactly what price action occurred, and let's analyze that. Remember, this is not financial advice. I do this for entertainment and education purposes only. So without further ado, let's take a look at Moderna. Oops, sorry, I just clicked the wrong one. So let's just switch it up here. There you have it, Moderna on the docket. And interestingly enough, we gapped up, and within the first 5 minutes or 15 minutes, we went straight to our target here of filling this gap at 348.50. We did that within the first minute, within the first 5 minutes, I think. If you zoom in on a 5-minute chart, if we look at this, within the first 5 minutes, and then we immediately reversed for a morning pivot. And from there, we traded lower. I've been saying this in all of my videos. I'm not looking to short anything right now. It's a buy the dip scenario. I think that if we zoom out to a daily chart, we could be looking at filling this gap here at 384. I think there's a lot more upside than downside. Once we get here, maybe we'll look at shorting it. Until then, the momentum is bullish. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart and to see exactly what happened today. And we closed at 334, 333. That's where we closed at, and it's basically same thing as yesterday's close, right? And so what I want to point out is that we're still, this is not a good line, so let's grab this. We're still in this price channel. We're still in this price channel. We poked our head out and we came right back in here. We're trading in here, we're trading in here, we're trading in here. And I think that it's building energy again to make a move higher. And we didn't quite, so let's go back to where is this coming from? So this is a wick here, right? On that bear flag this was a bear flag that shaped up here, which led to a move downwards. So this is an important spot. There's a pivot area, and we haven't tested that yet. We came in here as like a quick test. And then we came right back into this bull flag pattern that I still think is this is such it was up here for 5 minutes and then came right back down. So I don't know how much weight you want to put into this. I just call this a quick test, and that we're still in this. And so is this, right? These are games played by the trick, trap, and frustrate crew, the whales, the people who want to make you look like a fool, get you stopped out of your trade, and buy the dip. So they can create some volatility there and make profit. So if we ignore these two areas up here and down below here, we're still in the sideways channel coming out of here. So what am I looking for tomorrow? This is now becoming a very easy thing to do here. So again, I'm going to be using because I'm going to want to be buying at the open, and the reason why I want to be buying at the open is because the risk is going to be limited, but the price needs to open near or at yesterday's close. So I'm looking for a price open in this area. That is fine. I'm going to be a buyer at the open in this area for a small position of 15 share in the case that we don't continue higher and we end up closing below this line. So if we close below here on an hourly basis, which would be 10:30, so I'm going to give it 1 hour from 9:30 to 10:30. I'm going to leave that trade open and only close it at 10:30. If we start trading below here, and then once we have the closing of that candle below here, I will exit my position and I will take that loss. The next, but on the bullish side, this is the risk management, but on the profit taking side, it's going to be the same setup as we did here. The same setup as we did here. I'm buying at the open to get a quick $5-6 gain. Boom. In the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I want in and out of that trade and wait for a breakup candle close of 15 minutes. If I get that close, 15 minutes breakup candle, I will then double down with my 60 shares and use the low of day as my stop. If we gap down, I wait for this is always the case. We gap down, we wait 15 minutes for the breakdown candle to close, and we use the high of that breakup candle as our stop. So we start closing above it on a 15 half-hourly basis. Then we exit our position, and we're going to be looking to test. This would be a target. So there is a $5 to $7, $8 to be made in here if we end up selling off tomorrow. And that's our play. That's what we're doing. Hopefully you learned something. Like, subscribe, comment. If you want personalized coaching, go to my Patreon. Link is in the description below, and we can get you to that level where you're making smart decisions like we did today. Today was a no trade. If you would have chased this up, you would have got fit. It would have been a shakeout. If you would have tried to short this, that's like, man, the only opportunity you really had is if you shorted it up here, which was close to there. But again, that's difficult to time. It was up there so fast. It came back down so fast. That's not the easiest thing to do. And then we had this move here, which was literally $3-4. That was it. So not the best trading opportunity, but this sets up for a great trading opportunity today. Rewind, rewatch what I said. Take notes, right? Take a notepad, write these things down, exactly what I'm doing, and then execute that. In a virtual account, or just watch it. If you're new to the channel, just watch it and watch it unfold as you get used to the setups and the patterns and how to manage your risk. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.